ingredients like fillers, preservatives, and meat byproducts not healthy for your cat. Keep watching to learn more about these cat health disruptors. A lot of people that have cats are unknowingly doing something that is shortening their pet's life. I've been a veterinarian for 45 years, and I've treated thousands of cats.
Once you started working on Mr. Toodles, he improved dramatically, and I think you gave him probably an extra couple of years. Yeah.
Squeaky is 22 years old. She's been on my program since a kitten. She has literally not been sick in her life. There's one simple thing you could do that could lengthen the life of your cat. Their eyes will become brighter. Their fur will become softer, and you'll see an actual glow to their fur. And you could apply these for your pet right at home without having to have me there or travel to see me.
After following Dr. Marty's advice and techniques, she became a new cat.
Our cats are a part of our family. When, as a practicing veterinarian, I lost my own cat Zots to a bladder blockage infection when he was just 9 years old, I swore to dedicate the rest of my life to helping as many cats as possible live longer and healthier. What I'm going to share with you next allowed my other cat, the Gator, to live to the age of 24, and my next cat, Squeaky, lived to the age of 23. And in my professional opinion, as a practicing veterinarian for 4 decades, I know it will help your cat too. Hi, my name is Dr. Marty Goldstein. I'm a licensed veterinarian with a practice in South Salem, New York, and a 1973 graduate of the Cornell University College of Veterinary Medicine. Today, I'm going to expose 3 dangerous ingredients added to many cat foods, even foods that claim to be healthy, organic, and natural. That, in my professional opinion, as a practicing veterinarian of over 45 years, could give your cat kidney, digestion, or bladder stones. I call these 3 ingredients cat health destroyers. They are found in both cheap and expensive foods, and when you hear them, you will be shocked. Have you noticed your cat is getting heavier or having tartar and dental problems? Dry, flaky fur or greasy fur, or ear infections or yeasty ears? These things, along with arthritis and diabetes, can all be the result of poor nutrition. Today, I'm also going to show you one common type of cat food found in every pet store in America that is missing a critical vitamin your cat needs to support their heart health. What's sad is that it is marketed to you as a premium food. Today, you'll discover the truth. If you saw me on Oprah or Martha Stewart's show, you know I've built my reputation as the veterinarian whose nutritional therapy can help an animal who is critically ill. This is actually how I met Oprah and Martha. Oprah brought me on her show after I helped her dog Sophie recover from a terrible illness. And when Martha's cat Mozart had kidney problems, my nutritional therapy helped Mozart have a full recovery. Though while I was able to help Mozart live to the age of 19, I never liked to hear about a cat getting sick. And lately, I've been hearing about it more and more. This is why I spent a considerable amount of time and money to create this video that many in the pet food industry would prefer you not see. With the large premium pet food company Blue Buffalo recently paying a $32 million settlement when it was discovered their labels were misleading unsuspecting consumers. There has never been a more important time to educate yourself. Today, I'm going to share 4 discoveries I have made to promote maximum cat longevity that can help your cat live a longer and healthier life. These 4 things are just as important whether you have a kitten, a middle-aged cat, or a senior cat. Can do at home. What you're about to discover helps your cat become sleeker and stronger, maintain a shiny, healthy coat, have more regular poops, less tartar, and don't be surprised if you notice your cat has a less smelly litter box, improved health markers, and a calmer but happier personality. A simple change you can make at home will show a big difference in your cat in just a few days. Now, I'm not sure how you arrived here today. Maybe you were sent here by your veterinarian or a fellow cat lover. Either way, I want to welcome you. Grab a pen or something to take notes, and let's begin. To start, we need to ask the tough question, why are more cats getting sick than ever before? The truth is that almost no regulation of pet food quality exists in America. Neither the USDA nor the FDA takes the time to monitor or inspect all pet foods. And while AAFCO has set nutritional standards for cats, they do not monitor and enforce the quality of ingredients put into pet food formulas. And there is certainly nothing in place to stop companies from putting in dangerous additives, as I'm about to show you. The way I explain it to those I see in my practice is, we humans could probably eat McDonald's burgers and fries every day and we would survive. But if we want to thrive, we need to learn about what's really healthy and what isn't, and eat accordingly. The same is true with our cats. There is just one big difference. If your cat isn't getting proper nutrition, he or she can't ask for a different meal. They depend on us to make the best choice. I learned this the hard way with my cat Zots. I was fresh out of vet school and I knew very little about pet nutrition. At Cornell, we had learned about the percentages of food ingredients cats should have in their diet, but never about what was a quality protein source. We learned how to diagnose and treat a cat's problems. We learned how to operate on cats and medicate cats. But we weren't really taught how we could help cat lovers prevent their cats from having health problems in the first place. At the time, I had cats named Zots and the Geeter. One day, Zots came down with urinary disease causing a blockage, which is very common in male cats. Before I could even attempt to treat him, his bladder exploded, and at the age of 9, he was gone. I was devastated. I had loved Zots, and I feared that I made a choice that ended his life. Now, this was the 1970s, and no one was talking about what was in pet food. So honestly, I didn't even think about the food I had been feeding Zots. But then I had an interesting experience in my own personal life. At the time, I was in my late 20s and overweight. I was losing my hair and I was already suffering from symptoms of arthritis. One day, I stumbled across a book on natural diets. It inspired me to cut out all processed foods and junk foods. Within a few weeks, I had lost 20 pounds and my joint pain had disappeared. And this led me to think, if eating real natural foods is good for me, wouldn't it be good for cats and dogs too? Now, this may not sound revolutionary to you, but as I said, this was the 70s and no one was talking about this. I even found out a few years after I graduated that the food we had been feeding our cats and dogs in my veterinary studies at school, which was sponsored to us by the big pet food companies, was absolute garbage. I first tried a diet change with a dog. He was a Weimaraner named Kaiser who was coming out of a coma. As soon as Kaiser woke up, I took him off kibble and I put him on a real food diet that I had his caregivers buy and prepare themselves. Then 3 amazing things happened. First, for a week or two, everyone who touched Kaiser broke out in a rash. Why? Because Kaiser was detoxing and all of the nasty chemicals in his body were coming out through his skin. Then Kaiser lost all the rest of his hair. It just fell clean out. A new coat of fur began to grow in, but it wasn't the old mangy fur he had before. It was a new coat of fuzzy brown puppy fur, which was odd because all adult Weimaraners are gray. Eventually, that puppy fur turned into a brilliant shade of gray, and Kaiser looked and acted like a new dog. He made a remarkable transformation. And then, all of a sudden, it hit me. I was right. Animals should be eating a real food diet. And then, I got a sinking feeling in my stomach. I had been feeding Zots the same commercial dry food that was sponsored to us at Cornell. Thinking that I had made the choice that killed Zots broke my heart. I immediately switched my other cat, the Geeter's diet. I began preparing it myself from whole foods I bought at the market. And the Geeter lived to the ripe old age of 24. Since then, what I've discovered has helped thousands of other cats live long, healthy lives. So what is my recommended diet? Well, first, let's talk about what is not in it because it is just as important. That brings me to the first of my cat health destroyers, fillers. Fillers can be defined as anything the food companies put in cat food that doesn't do good for your cat. If you've been trying to make healthy choices for your cat, you may have heard the term species appropriate. What that term means is to give an animal the type of food their species is designed to eat. An example would be with corn. Corn is species appropriate for a squirrel or a raccoon, but because a cat would never eat corn in the wild, it is not species appropriate for a cat and soy, along with the heaviest grains like barley, oatmeal, and white rice. Fillers are put into pet foods so the manufacturers can make more money, much cheaper than meat. The problem is that these fillers don't just fill your cat up, they literally ruin their digestion. You probably heard that gluten is bad for you. Well, one of the main fillers used by pet food companies is wheat gluten, and it's a cause of cat allergy. Today, make it this. A cat is an obligate carnivore, dominantly meat. A dog is an omnivore. They can eat meat, some veggies, maybe a little bit of grain. But if you look at a dog's teeth, then look at your cat's. You'll notice your cat's teeth are even pointier and sharper. That's for tearing up and chewing meat. In the wild, all cats are meat eaters. The only time they ever eat veggies is when they are in the contents of the stomach and the small intestines of an animal they kill. A good cat food will have a small amount of veggies in it and also fruit to mimic a natural diet, but it'll always be mostly meat. I've had many pet food companies ask me to be an endorser of products that use these cheap fillers. They try to tell me things like corn are healthy. I say, have you ever seen a cat in the wild stalk an ear of corn? As my colleague, respected veterinarian Dr. Elisa Katz says, corn, not appropriate for a carnivore. It